What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Akeem Haynes. I'm a two-time Olympian, Olympic bronze medalist, author, motivational speaker, and sports commentator. On my channel, we talk boxing, MMA, track and field, and of course, motivation and encouraging content. If this is something that you enjoy, then I hope that you subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get into the video. Callum Smith versus Mathieu Bauderlique. What do we think about this fight? Let's talk about Callum Smith. Callum Smith is a good quality fighter. With the exception of his fight against Canelo, his record is near perfect, right? He's got a big win in his last fight against Lenin Castillo, which was a crazy knockout, but a good win for him coming off a one-sided fight against Canelo Alvarez. Callum is a big size fighter. He's smart. He's got a good jab. He's got a good chin, defensively responsible, patient. And for a fighter with a long reach, he has a good short hand hook and uppercut. He's got pop in his hand. He's got, 20 knockouts on his resume. Against Canelo, he didn't use that size and that frame as much, but he did land some clean, good shots, especially those uppercuts on Canelo. But again, he didn't use his size that much that fight. He let the smaller man dictate the pace of that fight. He did have some moments against Canelo, but it didn't work out for him. But the rebound where he fought Lenin Castillo, it's always interesting to see how a fighter responds to a loss. You don't know what's going on through their head. You don't know if they're going to be gun shy. You don't know if they're going to be afraid to stand and take shots. You don't know what it's going to go, but he shows that he's able to respond from that fight. And I thought he did well against Lenin Castillo. I mean, that was a devastating knockout. Like there's some knockouts you're just like, man, you know, boxing is a dangerous and tough sport. And you just hope that when it does happen like that, that they're okay. So hopefully Lenin Castillo is okay after that one. This is his first fight this year, so it'll be interesting to see how he looks. But let's talk about Mathieu Bauderlique, the 2016 Olympic bronze medalist. This is by far Bauderlique's toughest matchup. He's had a very modest opponent resume so far, but that doesn't mean he can't rise to the occasion. That does not mean that he is going to get outclassed in this fight. He's a very good fighter. And Callum cannot take Bauderlique lightly. He's a good boxer. In 21 fights, he's got 12 by the way of knockout, but the rest of his fights, he's won by unanimous decision. So this guy can box. He moves well in the ring. He's got a good jab, uses his feints to find openings and create them. He doesn't have the devastating knockout power, but he does have good pop in his hand. He's a good counter puncher, doesn't throw a whole lot of punches each round, but when he does, he doesn't make it count. He's got good size. He's got good reach. He's a bit stiff in the neck movement, doesn't cut off the ring the best, but he's going to make Callum work. He does move around the ring. I don't think this is going to be an easy opponent and an easy fight for Callum Smith. Callum is going to have to work to beat this guy, right? He's no slouch. Callum is going to have to think his way into this one and how he can close the gap, how he can get inside range, let his hands go and try not to get countered, because Bauderlique does have good reflexes. He does have good hand speed, and he can be a problem if you are taking him lightly. Right. So I don't think Callum is going to, but this is someone, just because we may not have heard about him a lot, just because we don't know his resume does not mean that he's not a good fighter and not going to rise to the occasion. This is a big fight for him, and Bauderlique knows that, and I'm sure he is not going to want to waste this opportunity. So in this one, I have Callum Smith winning by decision. I think Callum is more experienced. I think he's been in the ring with better fighters. I think he'll be the busier fighter. I think he's the bigger puncher. As far as reach, length, and size, they both match up equally well. I don't think there's too many discrepancies there, but I'm going with the experience in this fight. And I think Callum Smith is going to want to put on a good show. He wants another title shot, and he knows he cannot allow another loss to derail that as well too. I know he wants to fight Bivol, and he wants to fight Beterbiev as well too. And you cannot lose these fights. You have to find a way to win. But I think Callum Smith is going to come in. He's been in the ring with the better fighters, and I think that is going to play a big role in this fight. Not that Bauderlique can't win this fight. I think Bauderlique is going to win some of the early rounds. But if Bauderlique stays within himself, sticks to his strategy, we could see an upset. I don't think it will happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen like that. He's a good boxer. It could be an upset, but I don't see it. But I think Callum Smith is going to come in there. He's going to get the job done, and I have him winning by decision. But what are your thoughts on this one? Who do you have winning? Let me know in the comment section below. How do you have it going? Let me know in the comment section below. If you would like to support the channel, there's a couple ways that you can do so. You can like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to support by way of donation, you can find options in the description below also. My Cash App subscribe handle will be on screen as well. Any amount goes towards the growth of this channel and will be greatly, greatly appreciated. So with all that being said, if you've been watching the video this long, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll definitely see you next time.